The Miami Heat have found an absolute gem in this year's NBA draft in Kasparas, Jakucionis. I'm going to call him KJ for this video. Let me know in the comments exactly how you say his name. But what I wanted to do is kind of break down some of his film and show you why I think he could be a steal, right? Someone that can turn into an X factor for the Miami Heat going into the next couple of seasons. Now, right here in transition, obviously we want to fill the lane correctly and get to the open part of the floor. So as we're in transition, we have a couple of guys getting to the middle of the floor. So as KJ, we want to get to the outside. We want to get to the openness, right? So as we do that, we're going to find the cutter, right? We got a guy here, we got a guy here, and then this guy has to cover point A, and he's got to cover now point B, which is most importantly the basketball, where the basketball is. So as we're driving in, he's going to pick or choose who he wants to guard, and when he does, right, because we're filling that lane correctly, we're going to get at least a wide open shot opportunity, right? So boom, we get in transition, we fill the lane, and then look at him, no hesitation, stop and pop three. Beautiful job right here. This is why you need IQ as a rookie, right? Coming into the NBA, you need to understand the game. And KJ, dude, let me tell you, he's one of the smartest basketball players in this year's NBA draft, already translating. Here's another really good play here by just the Miami Heat's offense. Every time I watch them play, whether it's Summer League, G League, or their regular roster, the regular team playing in games, the ball movement is always amazing. And I know Miami didn't win this game, but I saw a lot of good things, right? So after we get this screen, we know this initial defender is going to be stuck in what we like to call jail, basically stuck behind the ball handler. And as we, get the screen, we want to come off this thing as quick as possible. Now, what we're doing here is creating a mismatch onto the big, and because we have the speed, we're going to get right by him, which we're going to create weak side corner rotation from this defender's or this player's defender, right? From there, 64's defender is going to start to rotate downhill, and then from there, everybody's stuck in rotation. Once you set that screen, once you create that unnecessary double team at the top of the key, now we just got a crazy amount of rotation from the defense. So we swing this over to the corner, right? And then KJ's guy is going to rotate over to the corner because they don't want to let up a wide open three. And then look at this, right? They even get great rotation defensively, but KJ doesn't care. Kasparas pull up three, drains it, high arcing. Beautiful shot here. Look at hand in the face. It doesn't matter. This guy can really hit some shots. And honestly, I've been impressed a ton with what this dude has added to the team. Now, in this game specifically, I believe he had 5 threes. The man had 5 threes in this game. Shout out to KJ Kasparas. The dude was insane. Here's another one in transition, right? All we're doing is running, right? Once your team gets the rebound, go, go, go. And as we're pulling up in transition, our big, I believe, Vlad, is that Vlad? Yeah, Vlad Golden here, coming down, setting a screen, which means nobody can really rotate over. And knowing the floor, he knows he can just stop on an absolute dime and pull up in transition once again. The first thing I'm noticing from this dude, KJ, is the floor spacing, the versatility, the dynamic that he adds pretty much at a day one type of level is going to be huge. Now, I don't know how much he's going to play in year one, but I'll tell you what, when you look at overall potential, this guy has some of the highest in this year's class because he just fits. He can play a couple different positions. He's got great IQ as a passer. He can play passing lanes, and he can score the ball. Again, and then you're pairing him up with Cleo Ware as well. Love this duo right here. Now, before we get any further into this breakdown, we have a couple more plays to break down. Before we get into it though, do me a big favor, hit the like button if you guys haven't already done so. If we get, let's say, over 300 likes on this video, we will post non-stop Miami Heat videos throughout the entirety of this year's Summer League, preseason, and regular season as well. We're going to be breaking down some not all 22, but film for these games. We're going to keep you guys updated with everything. So make sure you guys subscribe. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. Turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post one of these videos. And also let me know who you want me to break down next. I believe Cleo Ware had an okay game. 10 points, 6 rebounds. But who else played well? I think Larson Larson played well. Got to the free throw line a ton. Javonte Cook looked good. I believe he shot 4 of 8 from the three-point line. But here's another play. This one with Khalil Ware. As we get this little screen, we can see they don't want to rotate that big over. And look at KJ, right? Just breaks down his defender. Doesn't even need the switch, right? They want the switch. They don't need it, though. And all they're trying to do here is set up what we call a ghost screen. You act like you're going to set that screen, get the big to rotate over, and now you get an unnecessary double team with an open Ware rolling to the basket. However, the defense doesn't fully buy that ghost screen. So you keep that one-on-one matchup, and here we go. KJ just steps back, creates separation, drains another 3. Love the floor spacing that he adds to this team. You want to see something crazy? It is this play right here. So again, a lot of these plays are out in transition because he is so high IQ, because he is so smart. He just knows how to fill the lane when he's off the ball, but when he has the ball, he's also a nuisance to stop in the open space, right? So right here, you could see the change of velocities, right? Where he goes from slow to fast, right? He has a change of speeds that makes him really tough to stop. Let me back this up a little bit. Look at the slow, and then boom, drives into the lane, and look at this, gets back behind the defender and floats this finger roll up high in the air and gets it to fall. How in the world did he just do that, right? That is beautiful basketball. If you guys are a Miami Heat fan, you guys should be ecstatic about what this guy brings to the team, right? I mean, great in transition, smart, high IQ, physical, right? Him, Khalil Ware, you got Pele Larson. There's a bunch of guys on this team that I just love their potential of. And it seems like they're only getting better. You had Norman Powell, I believe, in a trade. That was huge. You know, spin, floater, off the glass, and in. Big shout to KJ, man. He's going to make this roster, and I believe he's going to play a lot for this team. Maybe not in year 1. Maybe not playing 25 minutes a game in year 1, obviously. But when you talk about overall potential, I'm bought in. Here's another good pass. You can barely kind of see it because they show it late. But we see just a backdoor cut under the basket out of bounds play. You know, finding our teammate here, I believe Pele Larson, for an open layup. Great passer. But that's what it is, man. That's what it is. KJ is a guy I'm all in on. I think he could be a really good player. Again, look at him fill the lane well. We've already seen these, but not much else to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications for more of these Miami Heat breakdowns. I know this was a quick video, but again, in the part 2, we could break down a lot more. I'll see you guys then. Peace.